Hi there and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is the first video of mine you are seeing. Today I'm going to be talking about some drugstore makeup that I will always repurchase. I find that these products just stand out to me above all the rest of the drugstore makeup that's available. I will say, yeah, a lot of it is e.l.f. Cosmetics because I just think that they're probably one of the best makeup brands at the drugstore. They are killing it lately. They are coming out with hit after hit. So there's definitely going to be quite a few of their products. But if all that sounds interesting, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, the first thing I'm going to mention, because I want to go ahead and prep my lips before I start the rest of my makeup. This is from e.l.f. This is their Glow Reviver Lip Oil. Now, this particular shade is in Rose Envy, but honestly, it does not matter what the shade is because they basically, on the lips, they come across very just like a clear shade. So I would honestly just repurchase any shade, but I think this is one of the best lip oils at the drugstore. They're just amazing. They have a mint scent to them, but that doesn't bother me. But if the scent of mint does bother you, then you might want to avoid these because they do have that, but they're so nice. They are some of the best lip oils I've tried. I would definitely repurchase this. It doesn't matter what shade. I would definitely just have at least one in my collection. I currently have 3 different shades, but they all pretty much look clear on the lips, so that's why I wouldn't really be so caught up in the shade. The next product that I always will repurchase, and I will continue to repurchase forever, is the Milani eyeshadow primer. This is the best eyeshadow primer. I've tried many high-end versions. I've tried other drugstore eyeshadow primers, and I always compare them, do like a side-by-side. This one always wins. I always love this one more. So this is one that I would continuously repurchase over and over and over again. And I have. This is probably like, I've purchased multiple tubes of this product, and I will continue to do so. I know you're not supposed to really put the applicator to your lid like that, but I'm the only one that uses this, so I'm just gonna look past it. But you don't need much, and this keeps my eyeshadow in place all day long. I don't have any issues. I find that if like an eyeshadow, like a cream or an eyeshadow stick or something, if it still creases when I have this on, then it's just a bad product, because this is the best eyeshadow primer. It's the only one I need in my collection. In fact, if you watched my video where I was talking about the 10, I think it was 10 makeup items that I would no longer be purchasing, I mentioned eyeshadow primers because this is the only one I need in my collection. Now, I don't have any eyeshadow from the drugstore that I would run out and repurchase. I do have eyeshadow palettes from the drugstore that I think are really nice, that they have beautiful color schemes, but there's really not one that I would run out immediately and repurchase. I do tend to favor high-end when it comes to eyeshadow products, so I'm going to go ahead and skip right along to the mascara. And the one that I would repurchase, which I have to very soon because this tube is getting really old and I notice it's not performing as well, but I'm going to use it for the sake of this video and then it's going in my empties bin. This one's from e.l.f. This is their Lash and Roll Mascara. This one is in the deep brown shade, and what I love is this has that curved wand that I tend to really favor over any other type of mascara wand, and I love any mascara that comes in a brown shade like that. I feel like if every brand should have a brown mascara, any brand, every brand, you should have a brown mascara. I just like that little bit more of a softness. Yes, they do tend to look black on me, but there is just that little bit of softness that I just really love, so this is definitely one that I would repurchase 100% from the drugstore. I just think this is such a pretty mascara. I know I've heard a lot of people talk about the Lash Extender mascara from e.l.f. Cosmetics, but I like that one too, but this one I feel like is better. It just does more of what I want it to do for my lashes. But I can just tell it's getting a little bit old, like, you know, it's kind of on its last little leg of life. So I definitely need to add this to my empties, which I'm gonna finally do my first ever empties video. That's gonna be probably coming next month. You can just see that's one coat with this mascara, and I much prefer like one coat with mascaras. I just think that that looks the best, and if I wear too many coats of mascara, my lashes will start to fall because they don't want to curve well on their own. So I do like to do one coat because I feel like that is my best option throughout the day. And I just love a natural mascara look. I can't believe how much my preferences have changed. I used to be like, I am never leaving the house without a pair of false eyelashes. And now I don't even care about false eyelashes anymore. I still think they're pretty, and I know I'll still continue to wear them sometime, but for now, I love how when I apply mascara, I always manage somehow to hit my lid. No, it doesn't matter what the wand is, whether it's small or not, I always manage to do something. There you can just see, that's just such a pretty mascara. Really just soft, fluttery. I love it. Definitely will repurchase this one, but for now, I'm going to do my lower lash line and stuff in a little bit after I do my face products, and that will be the last time through this mascara because it needs to go in the empties bin. Okay, let's skip on. I'm going to be doing my brows, but I'm going to wait till after I do like my foundation and stuff. I find that lately when I've done my foundation, I've kind of messed them up, so I'm just going to wait to the end. So let's move on to the face. The first thing is primer, and this is actually a repurchase for this one for sure. I recently emptied my other one, and this is from e.l.f. This is their Poreless Putty Primer, just the original. This is the jumbo tub of it. I'm not sure if they still make the jumbo version. Now, I haven't even touched this one yet. It is fresh, brand new, just opened. I love this primer. I think that it is one of the best at the drugstore. I have never had any issues with it whatsoever. It is one that I would always want in my collection somehow, and I hope they still make the jumbo. I think they should keep it. I know at the time when I purchased mine, they said that it was a limited edition product, but I'm hoping that they've made that size permanent because I would definitely buy the jumbo every time. Every time I've ever worn it, I feel like my makeup just goes on even better. I don't really apply it that much out here. I mostly like to keep it in my T-zone area, especially my nose. I feel like I have a lot of, well, I mean, I know there's pores there, but I mean, I just feel like they look a lot larger on my nose than anywhere else. Okay, I just went ahead and applied like my mascara on the lower lash line off camera, and I went ahead and did some concealer. I don't have one from the drugstore that I would really repurchase over and over. I do like some that I have, but I want to only talk about products that I would definitely repurchase for sure. And what's on my eyes and everything, I will mention that soon. It's just the blush that I picked out for today's video, so I'll get to that in just a second when we get to that portion of my face. For foundation, I have 2 right here, but I'm just going to count it as 1. Like, so if we do that, then there's 10 products here. Otherwise, it'd be 11. But I would have only liked to mention maybe 1 in each of these categories, but both of these stand out enough that I would definitely repurchase these. The first one I'm going to talk about is from e.l.f. It's their Halo Glow Liquid Filter. This one is shade 0 Fair. I used to have shade 1 Fair before they extended the shade range a little bit, and this one works a little bit much better for me than the other one. It was a little bit too dark, but this one works better. And the other one that I want to mention is one that I cannot stop using. I really do love this one. I've been interchanging between this one and then a high-end foundation that I've been loving, but this is the CoverGirl Simply Ageless Skin Perfector Essence, and this one's in the shade Fair. This is the one that has those little pigment beads in them. I love this stuff. I love that I can apply it with my hands and then go back over with my sponge, spray my sponge with some setting spray and just press over it, and it looks so beautiful. It just lasts all day on me. It's very glowy, very skin-like, and I just really love this. But I've been using this one a lot lately, so I'm going to be using the e.l.f. one. This stuff is so nice. I can definitely see why a lot of people really love it. I hate the sound it makes when you put it in the... I know exactly why people love this stuff. And you can wear this as like a primer, highlighter, all of that, but I like it just as like a foundation product. I find that that's the way I prefer it, and this is my little Real Techniques 2-in-1 sponge, which is another product that I would definitely repurchase for sure, and I have a backup. Just looks so pretty, so glowy on the skin. I just really love this product. And it just blends in so effortlessly, and that's another thing that I like. You probably could apply this one with your hands too, but because it has that little applicator like that, like with the little wand, I just much prefer doing it like this. I love glowy skin, but I do need to set at least my T-zone because I do get really oily in there. I have gone some days without wearing powder in that area, and it be okay. I'm not extremely oily, but I do get some. So the powder I would definitely repurchase from the drugstore is this one right here, or loose powder. And this one's from e.l.f. This is their Halo Glow Setting Powder. This one is in the light shade, and I have actually repurchased. This is my second container of this. The first one I had like the black packaging, and then they've changed it over to the pink. I do have the pink powder from this that they have. I don't really like that pink powder on me. I find that, I guess because my skin is more on like the warm olivey kind of tone, that I just find that pink powder just does not look good on me. It oxidizes pretty bad. One thing that I really love about this powder is I feel like it sets, but it doesn't really take away all of your glow. Like, you can still see that glow shining through. So I think it's one that if you have dry skin, you would like this powder. I've never had an issue with it. I think that it works really nicely. I don't know if this would really be one if you have oily skin, if you would really like this product, but if you have dry skin, you might. As you can see, I'm still extremely glowy. I don't have a bronzer or a highlighter that I would repurchase from the drugstore. Now the highlighter is more so because I'm not a big highlighter person, so I just would skip those two categories. So on to blush. Blush is one of those categories where I love blush so much. Even though I had done a huge declutter a while back, I still find myself buying blush because I don't know. I feel like I did get rid of a lot of formulas that just didn't really work for me, and now I'm trying to buy blushes that I know I'm genuinely interested in. It's just a category I can't pull myself away from. They're just so pretty. This is one, and I think that this says something. This is the only blush from the drugstore that I have ever repurchased, and it's from Milani. This is one of their rose powder blushes. This one's in the shade Romantic Rose. This blush is just so pretty. It's so soft. It's so delicate. It's one of the most just like an everyday shade. This is my second one of this. I did repurchase it quite recently, actually, and I don't know, there's just something about it, and the fact that I was actually willing to go out and repurchase it says something. This is what I have all over my eyes. I just took a small amount of this and put it on my eyes. I'm not sure if you can use it on your eyes. I don't know. Some formulas you might not should do that, so I just did that at my own risk, but I love the color. I love the color that it gives me on my eyes. It's very subtle, very soft, but this blush is so pretty. It's like the most beautiful everyday shade. It's got that little bit of warmth to it, but not too orangey. Look at that delicateness. And the fact that it's the only blush, you know what, I said drugstore, but actually it's the only blush in my entire blush collection, high-end or drugstore, that I have bought a second one, that I have repurchased. So I feel like it deserves a moment, and it's so perfect, and it's one that I need to use a lot more than I do. I just love blushes that look like this. They're so soft, they're so delicate. They add just the most natural flush to your skin without being like too overpowering and anything like that, because a lot of the blushes that I did declutter were blushes that were just overpowering for what I'm looking for. I do love a really beautiful, soft blush. Reapplying it for this video just shows me, use what you have more. I mean, I know that I love trying new makeup so much. In fact, the video that should be coming this Friday, because this will be going up on Monday, so this Friday is part 2 of my Sephora, like the savings event haul. I do have some more stuff coming in, so I will be trying some more new to me makeup, but I do love also doing videos like this where I am using what I have. For lip liner, the one I know I would repurchase over and over and over, and I have a backup waiting for me right now, and this is probably the shortest one in my collection. This is from NYX. This is their Slim Lip Pencil in the shade Natural. I mean, it's such a perfect color. It's just perfect color. For me, it's kind of like a My Lips But Better shade. Just gonna line my lips because I have a lipstick I'm going in with, and that lipstick is from e.l.f. It is their Eau Face Satin Lipstick. This one is in the shade Dirty Talk. If you've watched a lot of my videos in the past, you will know that I have mentioned this lipstick before, and it is just the most perfect shade, perfect everyday shade for me, and it matches this lip liner perfectly. You can just see, it's perfect. It's the most perfect shade. And then for gloss, this is one that there's really not a particular shade because these are another product that go on pretty much clear, but I probably actually would pick this shade. This is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Yummy Gloss, and this one is in the shade Let's Get Physical. You can see that I have used quite a bit of this one. I do like this one. This one is definitely the clear. It's got like just a subtle bit of pink to it, but all of these basically go on clear in the lips. So, I mean, any of the shades would work, but I do like this one the most. So, I'm going to apply that right over the top here. Just a little bit right here in the center part. And there you have this face of these drugstore products that I would immediately go out and repurchase. They are so pretty together, and that blush, oh my gosh, I love that blush even more. It's been a while since I've used it, and just seeing it again on, it's everything I could ever want in a blush. It's the most perfect, subtle, everyday shade for me. Love it. I love that so very much. But I do hope that you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, I hope you will please consider leaving a like, a comment, or subscribing if you haven't already, and please make sure to follow me over on Instagram at jessicadeerly, and I hope to see you in my next video.